Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm sorry I talk to myself so much, Gabby.
No, it's okay.
Ah, makes sense, makes sense. Which characters have been leaked? Like, are there any notable ones, dude guy?
Boop boop. We are back. One sec, I have to fix YouTube.
Oh. There we go.
Boop.
Okay, Oh, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix and Modok seem cool. Phoenix and Modok seem cool.
Phoenix, right?
No, not Phoenix, right? Happy, you forget that you're always wrong.
Okay. Happy, out of curiosity, what is your audio bitrate set to in OBS? Let's find out. Audio. It's at 48. Yeah. Wait, where's my song? Oh, I had to sit down. KK Rally. What's the point of sitting down if you have to stand back up again?
I don't know.
Bot just learned I was long. I'm on online again.
There we go.
Oh, I just realized I didn't open up VTube Studio.
W.
I'll just use this. I'm afraid if I open it, I'll mess up something.
Oh, no.
Wait, it just cut out? Really?
I didn't hear anything.
Was it when I was meow meowing?
He is a cat confirmed.
Meow meow. Okay, cool. I think I'm afraid to turn on my camera. I think that helps.
Yeah, it sounds good right now.
I need to get a good PNG. Meow. That was beautiful. Thank you, KK.
KK Spider.
Yeah. Oh, you guys. I didn't know it before. I never noticed. These guys dance to whatever music you put on. This is the song I have playing right now. And look at them. They're singing to the song. I saw a YouTube short where this girl was laughing at him. Now I know. I have so many of them now too. I don't know what to do with them. Okay, I'm gonna switch games.
Ace Attorney?
Yes. Smell you later. He's a birdie. Oh man, I forgot about Von Karma. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyways? I'm the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
KO punishment?
Mr. Von Karma,
Hey,
your
Nexus, thanks for the raid.
statement. Raid!
Next Ruby here. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? Hello. Hey, Howie. Hello, Jay. Hello, Uni.
Hi.
Oh, shoot. Is my mic like way quieter right now?
It is kind of quiet. I have you turned up but not all the way, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
Very well. No opening statements, so
Is this better? Is this better, Kathy?
You're still kind of quiet. But like I
Is
said,
this
I don't
better?
have you turned up. Yeah.
Test.
Yeah.
Is this better, guys?
Yeah.
Test.
Now you were loud. Not too loud.
No, still not better.
Really?
Test.
Are they being serious? Or are they memeing?
Ah, there it is. I found the setting. There we go.
I was
yeah, my healing was kind of trash that run.
Meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course.
There we go.
Prediction.
There we go.
Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Rivals is going pretty well.
Hypothetically, if you had 253 buttons, what would you do?
We're like even.
I mean, do they have to do something? Sometimes, like, I like just pushing buttons. It's the ADHD way.
And Nexus. W. Also, Howie and Nexus. I am getting into drones.
So, like,
are you guys into drones?
The New Jersey drones?
No.
Do you remember the New Jersey drones? Wait, was that news near you?
No.
Oh. It was like late last year? There was like drones and people were getting mad.
I have no idea about that. Here we go.
David, you know about the drones?
Spider-Man? I do not play Spider-Man. Sadly. Here we go. Wait, Nexus, do you play this game? Also, drones are pretty cool.
There were drones in my state too.
Have a good night, Howie.
They were not part of the New Jersey drone war. About 90% of those reports were just helicopters, really? I didn't look into it. I just saw that people were mad about the drones. And they were like, government, answer us! Why are there drones?
Oh.
Turns out people are stupid.
Howie, do you want me to teach you about drones?
It's a bit of a dox, but there is a politician in my state who said they saw the drones, and all the Twitter replies were people like, yeah, that's just a constellation, sir. Okay. But you must question everything. It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. That's kind of an L for your state, not gonna lie. Not used to seeing the stars. There's a lot of light pollution where I live. Right. I'll call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. I forgot the voice I used for the old man. Witness,
If you see the stars and think they're drones, there might be more problems than just light pollution in your state.
He was just like, he had a video too. And you couldn't tell what was going on in the video because the camera kept shaking.
Was he that, like, freaked out by the stars?
Yeah, he was.
That's insane.
I'm the proprietor. I know words of the restaurant, the wet noodle at Gourd Lake. Guys, there's a light in the sky. The aliens, the drones, they're gonna get us. It was a very funny moment. He also like never responded to any of the replies, even though most of them were like, "Dude, those are constellations."
Cappy, Nexus is asking what you're doing.
I also rent boats.
You're renting boats?
We are talking about drones. Just like you.
Wow.
The night of the incident. You were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yup. I was. Please
Name
testify.
or do we kinda you?
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. Yup. What do you mean? My memory? Your Honor, witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
Am I the witness?
You can't recall your own name?
I can't recall the past couple of years.
Oh. He can't recall, you said.
You got this, Nexus. I believe in you.
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. So you're trusting the witness account of a guy who doesn't know his own name? Cool, yeah. But he does know the parrot's name, so... He knows names.
Oh, no. Nexus, I don't have the redeem set up right now because I had to restart my computer. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to give points back, but when I went to the list, it would not let me refund the points.
You have to enable them for each thing.
Enable the refund?
I have no idea.
Oh my god. I'll figure it. I will Google.
Give me a minute to fix this.
No, you go ahead and do what you need to do. I'm gonna hear the witness testimony. J-Bent lost 10k channel points. Because my computer wouldn't run the ducks. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yup. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Just for J-Bit. We gotta make sure it goes viral on Twitter. It needs to be at the top of the trend.
That you scam your viewers?
I didn't scam. It was an unintentional fraud.
That's just what they all say,
told you guys to buy in, and there just happens to not be any money left.
Oh no. You're a crypto influencer.
Then I heard a bang. Yup. There is no rugs involved, Javen. But I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question my wish. What do you mean there's nothing to question? He said he saw a man, but that doesn't mean that was Edgeworth. Dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. There we go, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Actually... Judge your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright?
Is this just corruption in the court system? Is that what
Of
we're
course. He needs his 90% conviction rate. The other 10% he killed them. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. The judge doesn't care anymore. You may cross-examine the witness. I'm glad the judge is back on my side. I think buying him that yacht really worked.
As a gift and not as a bribe. Right?
Yeah. I just know he loves, like, he has a very passionate interest in the maritime. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly? What's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith! The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Heard a bang.
How does this work again?
And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep.
Oh, we have to turn these on. There we go.
So, just float in the lake.
There's so many pop-ups, guys. There's so many pop-ups.
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly, but I figured there was 2 men up there. Yep. You figure. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. The time.
Okay.
So you heard 2 gunshots total. That's what Lada said in her testimony yesterday. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? The fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. How could this have happened? All I did was pull the trigger. I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Dad! It's certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? I'm surprised he's asking that. It was him, that Edgeworth boy.
Why isn't this doing, like, anything at all? Huh?
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
Carp.
None at all.
He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I'd better act quick or this trial is gonna be over. We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing his left hand?
Exactly.
Happy, I appreciate that in this universe people are incapable of using their non-dominant hand.
That's true. But to be fair...
Have you ever done anything with your non-dominant hand before?
Yeah, all the time.
That's illegal.
It's illegal?
Yes.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
Left-handed.
Interesting.
Cappy's adding that to my cross-examination notes.
Adding that to our file of evidence. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. What? That's a weird thing to wait. Your gloves, like, if he wasn't wearing gloves, wouldn't there be fingerprints on the gun?
Yes.
So
you can wipe those, you know?
But that just doesn't make sense.
Yes.
Because the picture literally shows someone with a left hand.
Huh.
I don't know. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Happy nothing about this case makes sense.
This case feels like a major source of corruption. They're giving the attorney or not the attorney, but the prosecuting lawyer too much credit.
He's bullying the judge after I bought a yacht for the judge, so that's crazy. Maybe I should have been mean to the judge instead. Would have saved me some money. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize this even basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof!
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's not good, there's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please, can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help. Nick needs your help.
Maybe this was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand.
The witness is not awake.
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretations of the facts.
They still haven't proven it was Edgeworth.
What? No! This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth.
Oh, I lost.
Be held pending trial, a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned.
Alright, be me.
Oh, what's that just now?
What? Larry!
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday. But today I remembered it. The gunshot. I heard it too. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I called for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. But you say you heard a gunshot.
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a burn. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Jackie, I don't think tonight is my night.
Are you losing?
Badly.
Oh man. Sometimes we have to be humbled. Just like how I was almost humbled, but now I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Larry using 100% of his brain? Yeah. I'm proud of him. He unlocked the third eye.
Judge, you've already given your decision.
Well, he's taking it back here.
The trial is over. Neat. This isn't it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay.
I majorly overestimated.
There is another witness. It is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. The law is whatever I want it to be at any given time. He is the judge. He can make whatever he wants. And, you know, Larry just reminded him that he has a brand new yacht to get to after this. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
But it is.
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. For now. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
Whoa!
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness.
Yeah, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, Edgeworth, you're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah.
We're gonna get game dev, guys.
Hey, Edgeworth. Huh, you say something right. Yeah, a lot of it. You seem out of it. What's wrong? Not like you were just found guilty in a court of law. It's nothing.
Oh no.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Where are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Okay, so his fingerprints are on the murder weapon. And they're from his right hand. But the person shooting was from his left, so doesn't it make sense to say he wiped off the fingerprints? The fingerprints are still on the gun! Ah!
When you fell into the lake, I wouldn't.
You're not the criminal?
I'm right-handed too, so it couldn't have been me.
I'm left-handed.
So it was you.
Here we go. Okay.
I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Wouldn't the other guy's fingerprints be on the gun, too? Unless he was wearing gloves. This might be our chance. Our chance! Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
Enemies at GD, okay.
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. Not 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of the 24th.
Hey, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prepare his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
Next up,
how do I merge this, guys?
That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
Okay, we're gonna check this one out.
that was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? Larry, I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him.
How do I?
I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go back but forward, Nick.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There's so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin.
Ah.
Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
Why were you out on a boat such a late hour? Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for?
The witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
Surprisingly close to the truth in a sense.
This is irrelevant. Let's get it over. I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop. Around what time was it? Well, let's see. I figured I was searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
I heard this maid. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know?
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked.
Yeah,
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
I might just edit that and see if that fixes.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay. That's just the most important part of this case. So after I heard a single gunshot, I went home. Oh, you only heard one bang.
I'll just
correct?
re-add those lines in my own update.
Yeah. Didn't it? It was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradiction. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
It's true, she is useless without her sister.
Okay, I'm gonna...
Absolutely no use.
There's no use at all. I thought we had the balloon thing.
I don't know. What balloon thing?
Okay, that was wrong. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to press. Whoops. Let's see. Shows an empty lake. Huh.
The court of law.
This one was first. Interesting. I don't think that's right, but I never saw that. Okay, I don't know what to do.
What to do?
Hang on. Let me look over my evidence. Of course, we have our attorney's back. Very important.
Yeah.
Tekken at 12:25, 12:15. Tekken at 12:24, 11. Fired 3 times. Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Wait a sec, Larry. But you only heard one bang? You sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
No.
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I, might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
Nice.
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
Okay.
Order! And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? Not a crime. I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue to testify?
Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Ugh. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
Oh no.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like... But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying, too, and I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
No.
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness has to say? I mean, to be fair, he's more coherent than the old man. What he heard was probably nothing more than a drumbeat from the radio.
Fair enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony.
Wait, Your Honor!
Wait, Your Honor. Wait, Your Honor.
Wait! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshots.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it. What did he say? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. Like possible good, knowing what the radio DJ said could do to us.
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. Maybe.
Oh, okay. So this actually works. This actually works now.
Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Yes, when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot." This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. So you turned on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out here alone on Christmas Eve alone. I shouldn't have said it. You by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know.
Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
Real booming loud. Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
Okay.
Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember the moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous. Oh no. Oh no.
Cappy, would you trust Larry in your court case
No.
as a witness?
No.
Yeah. Poor Larry. No one believes in him.
Let me look over my evidence. Oh, why would she say... Why would she say, hey, I heard a gunshot? I mean, hey, it's almost Christmas if it was supposed to be Christmas.
Oh.
Should I do this one again, or should I do this photo? I think the test. Yeah. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ say, hey, it's almost Christmas, when we heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve!
now it seemed to be the case, yes. That contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshots before midnight? I don't know.
I mean, it was fired 3 times. There's 3. I'm gonna go in.
He's not mistaken.
Everyone.
He heard the gunshot before midnight. And Tweety, I'm assuming you have evidence of this wild claim. Show me evidence
Speaking.
there was a gunshot before midnight. Okay, it's not the gun. Damn it. This is my evidence. A murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Oh, that's why the camera went off at 11:50. Okay.
I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. But you waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things? I do.
Oh, it's this one.
Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50. Oh yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, it's a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order! That would make sense in the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen the night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50 and another 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah. What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Oh yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes. If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten our guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
It was you.
It was me! Listen, Rookie, take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I'll admit, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 12:15. But Larry heard the gunshot. I don't know who's talking.
Cappy, everyone has the same voice for me. I don't know who's talking either.
Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer? The murderer? I think Edgeworth and the murderer are on the boat, but I don't know. We're going with it. Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Mr. Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Murderer's name? Right, it's Lotta Hart.
I heard it right, and I was like, is he like, you know?
It's Phoenix Wright. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, the old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? Weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on a boat? What? Well, then where did the murder take place?
So to judge where the murder really took place. Oh no, I don't. Probably in here though, right?
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he went out on the lake in a boat, searching for something.
What if Larry was the murderer?
He is always the murderer.
He finds it and returns the boat. And just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. You heard a gunshot, Your Honor. Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop!
Okay.
Mr. Wright? What happened to the night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But if I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50.
There we go.
That's when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out in the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once he realized that everything else falls into place, boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. There are these events that transpired that night on the Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Mr. Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually.
Ow!
Oh.
Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake. Midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir.
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. He's a moiterer. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all of its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well.
Court is adjourned. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty.
And what about Larry? That was something else.
Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did say, I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Mr. Edgeworth. Did you say something? You don't look so pink. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right, I did kill someone. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth, but we're best friends. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? Maybe not mention this in the courthouse. Memory of a murder.
There we go. Let's print that real quick.
I want to speak to Madame Bone. Murder.
Okay.
Oh. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been
troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life. Never!
Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick?
Huh? Me? Yeah, well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two.
I think you can do better than that. Come on. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing for me, yeah. Bow before your hero.
Larry, you really helped out in the trial.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Seriously, Nick. That boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, you could really know he's telling the truth about that night.
Nick. No. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end.
Us too. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick?
Yeah, you, Larry.
Not me? But why you, Larry? Actually, why me, Nick? Enough with this silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he changed recently, true. But when we first met, he was kind of a jerk, don't you know?
You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense.
Wait, is that when you two were classmates? Is that when you two were in love?
Yes, in grade school. He saved Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Oh, God. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial.
A class trial?
You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though.
You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with the code, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it.
Nice. Okay.
Oh my God. I'm being verbally berated by children here. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know what was happening. It was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's what happened.
You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Adios. He was that guy. It wasn't you who stole the money, was it? No. And you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting. You did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We need no proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? It's always how everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Sound logic. Very well. I will replace the money myself. I bet it was the teacher. The teacher took that $38. She was desperate.
I mean, on a teacher's salary, I get it.
That's true. But those still from the children, they gotta eat.
Do they?
Yeah.
We only need to eat once every 2 weeks, Cappy.
I don't think that's true. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. Well, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. And a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DO6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Even commit the crime himself. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know. It's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. Oh my god. I'm about to leave, too.
I'm evil, Cappy.
He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I just couldn't drop it, though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he had become. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court.
It's time for a restraining order, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain.
Isn't this
and no
proof
one's
of harassment?
No. We're best
No,
friends.
this is the harassment case.
I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick.
That sounds like something a doctor would say.
So that's why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. Guess I can clean out some of his evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay. Safe. Time to go.
Happy I coded up a storm today.
You coded up.
Oh, your engine is dying.
Huh?
Happy, I'm gonna go eat now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Who shall we rid? Oh, I know who should we raid. Boom, ba-dim, boom. Okay, friends. I'll be back. Bum dum bum. I stream the same time most days. All right. That's all I have to say. I will see you again. Thank you for joining me. Don't get caught being a murderer, alright? Have a good night.